All right, I'm gonna try to video this run a little bit. I've been thinking about getting a Insta 360 to see if I can show it, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it on this first. So I'm just leaving right now, and right out of the gate, I'm doing this really steep cobblestone hill. It's really a good warm up. I go slow, take it nice and easy. It's a beautiful day. I'm holding this camera, it's ridiculous, but I don't have any better options right now. So I'm gonna try to like pause it and then just put it together because I want to see what it looks like before I commit to recording the whole time. I'm going on these hills over there. I'll be on the top of that one and down the other side, way down to another area. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. These guys that come through, man, they are so annoying. First of all, his car is just fuming, and then he just goes around beeping his horn, really holding it down sometimes. He's selling fish and stuff to the locals, you know, and they're very similar to the Indians in the sense that those type of things just either don't bother them or they're just like don't care. And fortunately, for the first time, I get stuck behind him. So I'm just gonna be hanging with this dude for a while, it looks like. What a timing. Of course, if I was not recording, yeah, I wouldn't really give a shit, you know. It's not like it's gonna last forever. I love that on Seinfeld, where the joke about being in hell for eternity, or the heat, my God, the heat. And he says, he's like, oh, it only feel like it. Don't worry, it only feel like an eternity. Gosh, dude. All right, yeah, doing this camera and running and holding a bottle, pacing, talking. Ugh. This is a lot of stuff, man. But there's just this sort of feeling to see if I can try and capture it a little bit. It's such a big part of my life that I literally do it alone, completely. And it is great. I mean, that's part of it. That's a huge part of it. But yeah, using sort of the tools of the age and what we can do, it's curious to me. I need to slow down. You know, doing this sort of distracts from the pace. In a way, you know, doing this, I totally don't even think about running, and it tends to just flow and go quite fast. It's almost like meditation is to be there with it. I mean, isn't that why you're doing it? And the outcome is a sense of peace, like you are exactly where you feel to be. All right, just got off that little side road, cruising in the little forest now. It's pretty much a eucalyptus forest with a lot of ferns and brush, but a lot of trails. Because it's so dry here, don't know, the type of ground is so good. So this is 10 minutes in, and we'll be going for 2 hours and 15 minutes or so, depending on how slow I can go. It's so nice out here. This trail is just fantastic. It goes around Santa Maria Oliveda, Castellões, Santa Tecla, and Morgejum. And they're all just beautiful trails. And they roll, they go up and down quite nicely. Few nice climbs that get my heart rate very high, in the high 180s, even sometimes early 190s, 191, 192. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if I can record less. Man, trying to do all the things together. I can't even begin to imagine how wild and complicated shooting an actual movie must be. Yeah, must be absolutely unbelievable, like impossible to even contemplate. Like I don't even know where to begin. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So here I'm about to hit the little road, cross the highway on the bridge, and then hit the other side. So this is the quick part here. On the way back, I'll do a big area of that area. All right, I'm gonna go. Over the highway, and there's the sign for Castellões. Here we go. So we cross here. This was open not too long ago, but they closed it. But they already made a little side trail. Very easy breezy. It's gonna be warm today. Around 29°C here in the village. So I left a little earlier, 10:30 I think. Nice. I do really think that I could record the whole run and it'd be quite good. It's varying terrain. It's very cool. Beautiful. Ooh. So I used to stretch here, but they put all this stuff. I would go back here. Had a little part where I would kick my leg up while holding onto the tree, but it's pretty much just grown in. Crazy. Oh, there's one. It's kind of on the down slope. Yeah, that's not ideal. Still good. Really just working my hip flexors and lower back and the left side of my body, just stretching it a little bit. And I can do it here. Oh, yes. A lot of times I don't warm up, and I warm up by going slower. But I really should spend 5 to 10 minutes doing different, like, opening exercises. It helps for sure. Not be stiff, especially how we sit in the West. All right, I'm gonna stop this. One sort of interesting thing is these Las Sportivas. They also bought them for me in December 2020, so they're almost 5 years old, with a lot of wear, a lot of kilometers. I want to say it was like over 30,000, something like that, in the last 5 years when I did the math, but I could be off. But anyway, as you can see, I could get another pair, and I just love these. I don't need anything other than them to stay to my foot, protect me from the ground. I mean, that's it. And to stay stiff, and these do. So there's no, they're worn out completely, but man, they feel so good. I wish they would make a pair of barefoot style, but maybe that's just not something that's doable, because you need it to be more tight to your feet. They need to not move. So how do you do that with barefoot style shoes with enough, pad base that it does that, that it can not slide? Because you're not going to be all splayed out all the time. Anyway, I don't know. Long story short, these are not some like new shoes. They're 5 years old, and they could clearly be replaced. But it's sort of a testament of, first of all, their quality, and second of all, just a different style of running, where you might say how you run is very important, because you're capable of running barefoot, basically. Now we have the modern technology that allows to just be as cushiony as possible, but we're sort of capable of running barefoot. I mean, for sure, not sort of. And then, as much as your foot can callus, it can run on varying degrees of rockiness. Like, I could run this barefoot, but not the same as I run it with these. And I just have to be a lot more careful and go a lot more slow, but still doable and fun and different. It's a different run. This is sort of it's a cheat, really. Having shoes that are engineered to help you run through trails better. So, but I guess running, there you go, like running as something we do does not include shoes. It's just running. So we added that on. So I guess the question would be like, at what degree are we okay with performance enhancing? I guess when it comes to drugs, this is where we draw the line. Yeah. Mind altering or physically altering with a chemical or something. Yeah. Well, these shoes are letting you do something that you cannot do unless you train and practice. Anyways, cruising. Only 19 minutes in, so kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. Pretty nice little homes back here in this little village. More land, more solitude. Very nice. So it's pretty cool that they keep up these trails. And, you know, there's no name for them. It's just part of, I guess they probably use them for whatever reasons. So it's pretty cool. First months that I was out in all these trails back in 2019, I think, 18, I was just sort of exploring everywhere and testing all of them out, and I came up with this. It was 22 kilometers, but then they did some construction in one place that I had to cut out. So now it's about 20.5. And I just do the same loop every time. I could do it with my eyes closed pretty much if I went slow enough. Have to go uphill. So I just did a nice, I don't know, maybe 5-minute downhill. And now I'm gonna do the same as an uphill. Maybe a little longer on this uphill. This one connects a few times. I went to fill up this bottle this morning and it's leaking from underneath this little grab ring. So, man, I've already started an exchange, but anyway, they do offer a lifetime warranty for whatever reason. I'm still using it, but it is leaking. Yeah, if I turn it a certain way, I mean, it's leaking. Ah. All right, just across from over there, going up this nice little single track. I really do think that this trail is really nice enough to maybe warrant trying an entire video. It's always changing. Granite. "28 minutes. Yes. I need to slow down. I'm going, well, actually, looks okay for now. All right, so we're about to exit out of the Castellões side, and we're gonna be going to the Morgegem or Santa Tecla side. Santa Tecla, there's a chapel on the hillside, or like on the top. Ah, yes. Feeling good. 34 minutes. All right. All right. So there in front of us is the top of Santa Tecla. It's a decently sized chapel up there. It's a pretty good little hill. And it's got a really nice neighborhood. The houses are pretty slick, some of them. It's a pretty nice one there. Little horse, solar. Nice view. This is one of their favorite greens to eat. They all grow it. I really like these one-level houses. I never had been on the ground so good. Maybe in Venice Beach we had pretty sweet house. That one house that I was living with 2 other people, that was pretty short time, and there was no running like this. But yeah, Venice is a cool neighborhood, that's for sure. But I preferred this all day long. And then Flossie Carter would say, twice on Sundays. This is a really cool house. It's like really funky how it's shaped going down into the field. There's a lot of nice houses. This one up here is really slick. Back there, and it's got a killer front too. But anyway, I'm going over there. Yeah. First, I'm gonna run around it to the left, and then I'm gonna come back through the other side up top, and then come down this side. But first, I got to go down and do more Jejum after this. So, yeah, everything's pretty lush at the moment. Starting the grapes. Oh. 44 minutes. This bottle's leaking a lot now for some reason. Just like stopped, and now it's going crazy. I have to hold it like this. I really like this bottle because it doesn't make a noise with the water. If the water's halfway, it doesn't slosh. It doesn't make a noise because there's no air. So, yeah, I really like that. That's why I brought it today, even though it has a hole. Like right now, it would just be sloshing. This is silent. I've only been doing this for about a year. I never thought about that. And I actually didn't even get this bottle for that reason. I got it because I wanted it to fit in my bag. I wanted something that would sort of get smaller and mold to where it is. So, but this is the second one that just failed. So that's not cool. They already replaced the other one. This is it. And the thing was, I was using it just yesterday. And I was thinking, did I do anything? And I didn't do anything interesting. In fact, I used it. So it must have happened while we were just using it normally. So I guess that's it. It must be really hard to get the tolerance correct on this thing, so who knows. Anyway, all right. I'm going back there, crossing this road, and then going back in those woods down to the other side. That's more Jejum on that side. M-O-R-G-E-M. All right. So we just came from over there. That hill in the distance, we crossed that yesterday on the car to go to the hospital. I was camping up there a good amount. I found a really cool spot on these big boulders. I haven't been back in a while. So this section is made up of a figure eight here, going down that way, and then up this way and going down that way. And down that side, there's a spring, so I can fill up my water. It's fading. All right, back on the trails. Nice. They do a lot of mountain biking, actually, out here, and a lot of trail running. So they do have races and dirt biking as well. I haven't noticed any dirt biking out here lately, though. I saw some guys out here hunting rabbit one time, so that was a little scary. They had a bunch of dogs with them too. That was the only time, though. Some nice vineyards over here as well to the left. Basically all around these areas there's vineyards mixed in with the fields. With the cows, horses, all kinds of fruit trees. It's very plush with fruit. I think it's got really good soil. We cruising. Funny thing that happens is these sticks, it just happened back there. Like I hit the perfect size stick where it hit one shoe, moved the tip of the other side up, hit the middle of the right shoe, and then the stick was stuck in between my legs for just a second. But it's crazy how that little, it happens like that. And a lot of times it'll like sort of stab me, make me bleed, tear my shoe, go in the shoe. I mean, it's wild how it'll do it. It just hits it in the right way. Riveting story, huh? My goodness. "53 minutes in, about an hour and 20 minutes to go." Is that right? A little more than that, I guess. Look at those vineyards. Nice. I always find it curious, how did these people all end up with these different places, this different land? How old is this? Like stone wall. Must have been there a long time. This area goes back a long, long, long time. Of course, but I'm talking about with a sort of a continuous culture, It's wild. I just remembered that I can double press the power button and it goes to the camera. I forgot about that. Look at these guys. Bom dia. Tudo bem? Okay. Bom dia. All right, this starts a nice little uphill. Sort of winds through the forest back up to the front. If you haven't noticed, I really like the uphill, and the downhill is necessary. Whew. Nice. They've been doing some riding, that's for sure. Yeah, nice. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Whoa, whoa! That was one of those sticks. Almost tripped me. I hit it with the left. It popped it up, and then it went in between my legs, and it almost tripped me. That one was, whoo! That one was longer. Yeah. Nice. All right, so here we're going over, up and over the other side. This is a downhill to the spring. All right. I'm out of water. It's crazy, man. I really don't know what happened. I tried to look for the culprit, but it just seems to be coming from under the little loop right on the right on the nozzle thing on the bottom part. Anyway, I'm going downhill, trail running, trying to do this. Hopefully this next part is not grown up too much. Usually I have to hit it with a stick, like kind of chop some of it. They have these really, it's sticker bushes. They call them silvers here. Silvers. And yeah, they got nice curved little you know, sharp things that grab onto you. Let's see. It's a nice downhill though. But yeah, it gets a little tight down here. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, here. Let me see that. Yeah. That stuff will really rip you. And it's spelled Silvish. Same way as Elsa Silva. Prickly little people. Couldn't be further from the truth when it comes to the family de Silva, Familia de Silva. But yeah, there's another type out here. I don't know the name of it, but it's more of just a really strong, stiff, pointy, like really sharp pointed, but really stiff and not curved. And it'll scratch you pretty good, but it won't grab onto you, but it'll poke you. I prefer that one a lot. That one you can run into and it's, you know, it's okay. You got, you know, don't have too delicate skin. But the other ones will just tear you up. All right, made it down to this little village. Pretty cool. I usually run down this backwards. Give my little tibulas a break, if I'm saying that correctly. It's a good thing for this water here. Of course, I knew it, so I knew I'd probably lose a lot of the water. I didn't think I'd lose all of it, though. Yeah. So this says agua no controlada, which basically means hola, tudo bem? Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's see. Yeah, it says agua no controlada, and I've been drinking this for 7 years now, and I don't know, everything's all right, I guess. That's the first time somebody has actually said like hello to me, which is pretty crazy. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting. All right. Man, what a leaper. Excuse me. Oh, man. All right. was cool. I used the kickstand on the back that I have to prop it up. I used to go that way and do a loop up there, but they made some little neighborhood or something. It's like a farm thing, but it used to be a really nice uphill, really nice, long, steady, open. It could still be possible. I did keep doing it for a while after they started work, but I kind of just gave up on it. All right, I'm about to hit back into this. That border. Nice one. What a perfect, it's pretty much in the middle of the run. I'm at 1 hour and 5 minutes. So that's pretty good. And like right now it's not leaking. So what's up? Maybe there's pressure on it somehow. And when it was empty, it was just leaking like crazy. Very weird. Oh yeah. My heart rate, 161. I usually average in the 150s, I think. According to Samsung, I spend most of my run in zone 5, I think it is. Whichever their hardest is. I wonder if there's a way to adjust it to fit me. Oh yes. All right, let's go. The phone is at 60%. It's pretty good. I only ever charge it to 80. So with this much action, 20%, I'd say that's pretty good. This is a pretty long uphill as well, but not super steep. Oh, yes. All right, I'm going back over there, but this time I'm going to the top. So I'll go back the same way a little bit, then I'll take a left and I'll go up. There's a very steep part over there. This is where I can get my heart rate to high 180s, 190, 192. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I say anything, because it's like technically demanding and steep. very big ruts that you have to jump over and land on, and then run up really narrow little parts, and slippery and obstacles, and it's really crazy. But it's pretty short. You couldn't keep that going too long. Made it to the other side. Really quiet over here. We are about 40 kilometers from Porto east. So yeah, obviously, I guess. Oh, it could be north or south, actually. So east, and basically it just gets out into a lot of little villages. And then there's a few bigger towns around. Yeah, we're pretty rural where we are, I will say. 12 kilometers to the nearest town. What a nice day. I wonder if they make a gyro, stick, a gyro tripod, monopod that, can sort of rotate any way. Probably they do. Just thinking, I don't want to use the front facing camera, I want to use the main camera. So, and holding it in my hand is obviously not ideal. All right, not too much further. We'll take a left. And then that'll start wrapping up. It'll start rolling up the side of this hill. And then I'll hit a part that just goes a beeline up. So it's a climb on a climb, which is fun to pace. And I mean, I am doing uphill now as well. Just not as strong of a grade. All right, here we are. Even this part gets pretty steep, pretty gnarly. I guess I'll try to go, let's see. Here we go. I think it might have been shooting the wrong way. I just restarted it. All right, here it is. Woo! You gotta keep a pace as well. All right. Oh. Still going uphill. 181. Woo! Yeah, I feel pretty good. Woo! Nice. So we're on top of that little Santa Tecla area, even higher than where the chapel is. There's two little humps up here. Oh yeah. That's technically the most hardest part, but there's another part that's mentally tougher and long. It's near the end, and yeah, lately I've been doing really good on it, but I've had second thoughts. This is a pretty treacherous area here. I run in what is known as a fox trot, and yeah, you sort of stay on your pads all the time. I need to actually wipe my eyes. I bring a little rag just to, because it's very salty up here. So if you touch it with your fingers, it sort of can start to burn pretty quickly. All right. All right. Wow, how pretty. So pretty. Wow. I really love that about how the landscape is here. see, 1 hour 22. So just under an hour to go. Nice. We cruising. 7:06 per kilometer pace average. So it's not too bad. Like I said, I haven't been stretching before actually. So we stopped this time. Because right now at this pace, without that stop, I would normally be probably in the 640s. Because I have not been going 7:06. It's been dropping from earlier where it was around 7:40. All right. I'm losing a little bit now. It must have come unattached right where it connects to the plastic under that little loop. Anyway. These. It's very delicious. I think it's similar to something like a collard green, but I like these better. They're a little, they're more firm, stronger, and like kind of like a better taste, I think, to me. Looks like corn. There it was. So you can see that house. It's like a downward sloping box. There's some cool places here. Over there, there's one on top. There's a chapel, really cool spot. And these houses are all pretty nice. Definitely a neighborhood I wouldn't mind having a house with a view. Just taking a little stop here, capture this a bit. I guess they do have this new zoom now, don't they? I go camping out on those hills at the very back. Not to those ones there, but ones to the left, like the on the range to the left. Like, yeah, it's very good. Very remote. There's a lot of wind turbines out there. Yeah, today's a little hazy, but you can see them. All right. So silent. I would normally not stop like this, but first day with the camera like this, let's do it. All right. I realized that holding it upside down actually sort of prevents it from leaking more than holding it upright. It's putting pressure on something. Holding it upright is crazy. It just keeps coming out as I run. Man, what a ridiculous. As the Portuguese would say, muito mal, muito mal. Faz mal. Oh man. We've been going 1 hour 34 minutes. So what is that? Got about 50 to go. I'm definitely gonna run out of water before I get to the end, which is not cool. I usually pace myself, of course, but I'm not able to do it here. It just leaks too much. It's all good. Not too far away from home. I've definitely gone way longer without water as well. Not necessarily on purpose, but it's so pretty. This part's pretty tight. Wow. 1:39. 1 hour 39. There's a rabbit. Was hard. Just losing water. Not much water. We cruising. if I don't suck it out, it leaks more. I'm trying to conserve it a little. I'm getting ready to make the exit out of Castellones area. Just a few more minutes. This is where I did a little stretch at the beginning. I'm about to go hit this side. This is the Santa Maria Oliveira. All right, we're starting this side at 1 hour and 50 minutes. So we got about 30 minutes on this side. This trail here wraps around the side next to the highway, and it connects and then goes left inside. At the bottom down here, you can actually go right under the highway and go into these other villages. But I'm gonna go left and go from the bottom down here. It's basically the start of a really long uphill. It's pretty challenging. And then that leads into a little rolling, like gradual incline to a really steep hill. And then over to another hill, and it's like 6 or 7 hills that lead to the final, quite short but really steep ending. So yeah, I mean it's perfect. You know, I love it. It's what I'm out here for. The hills. Right now I'm going down the hill, and yeah, it's not as interesting. You know, speed is not something I'm doing. I don't want to do speed. So, you know, it's too much impact. And especially this, like, a lot of danger as well. So, try to take it nice and easy. And then when you get down, we're going to get down to the valley, and then we're going to cut up into this. Up. And then go right and go further and go up more, and all sort of culminates at the peak of Santa Maria Oliveira. Pretty cool. And that's where I'll stop, and then from there I walk. It's about a 25-minute walk back home, and yeah, just walk it nice and easy, nice and slow. Enjoy the silence and all that. Not gonna have much water today though. Usually I have a decent amount when I'm finished, but it's already pretty low. Let's see. All right. All right, here we are. There's the tunnel underneath the highway, and we're gonna go left up this, sort of the edge of this valley on the left side. So let's see how long this thing is. 12:33, 157. Let's see how long it takes me to get up. Somebody's cleaned it up. Looks like they've been riding mountain bikes or dirt bikes. Yeah. It's the way I'll go home. But first, I'll go do these hills. It's 2:01, so that took about 4 minutes. 4 minutes of uphill. Pretty steep too in some parts. How pretty. All right, so what do we got, about 12, 13 minutes to go. We got to finish this little rolling uphill, or not rolling, but gradual, and then we'll hit a steep, sharp, and then we got about 4 more. Let's see if I can capture it. So they cut this area and replanted it. These eucalyptus grow so fast, like really fast. It's feeling good out here. It's perfect weather. But this is not how I usually run. Normally I just have the bottle and usually it's not leaking, so I swap hands with it quite often. So I like having one hand free usually. So this is really not something I prefer to be doing. Although I did just switch it to my left hand just now for the first time. Man, I was really starting to feel it. This might be even better, or at least mix it up, isn't it? This bottle really killed me today. All right, this is the beginning of a sharp uphill. Man. That's the top, actually. But before I go up, I'm gonna run to the other side of it, do a loop, and then sort of bow back around and then go up it. They've recently cleared a lot of this. It was pretty wooded and shaded. All right, here we go. Another steep, short one. Let's see. All right, up here, I'm gonna hit the beginning to the end. So I'm gonna start recording from there. Oh man, I hit a stump, and I know that stump. Oh, God, that was close. And I was spitting at the same time. Oh, man. So, all right, I'm going to stop it and start it right here. So I'm going to be going that way to finish. But first I'm going to go left and do a loop back here. So I'm going to try to leave this one continuous until I reach the end of the run. Let's see. We're at 208. There's a fork right there, and that other way is the way I'm going to be coming back. Anyways, the pertinent information. I'm thirsty already. I'm very low. I'm tempted to just leave it till I get down to the end, but I might lose more. Just wet the whistle, as my coach used to say. It's true. I like this little uphill here. It's kind of unassuming. Usually, these days, when I'm doing this run, I'm doing a lot of contemplating, a lot of meditative mind exploration. It's really enjoyable and definitely way less effort than this. When I get done with this, it's just gonna be like, what the fuck happened? But when I get done what I call a running shavasana, I feel like it was effortless. This, oh man, I tell you, it's not effortless. The running is very good, but the focus on pace and breathing and stepping, about to go on another pretty good uphill. I don't know what happened there. I think it did like an assistant trigger and it stopped it. I hope it recorded it. All right, this is a pretty good uphill. Oh. We're cruising. All right, this is really getting close. About to start the final long uphill leading into the short, steep finish. Woo! This is a little recovery, this little downhill part leading to the base. It was at that fork in the road back there that I mentioned is where I'm going to be starting from. Okay, it's coming up. So I went that way, and now I'm going backwards, passing where I came in to start the end. This part I need to pace myself all the way to the beginning of the final steep. I'm just going to be quiet. So I came in. All right, here we go. Taking a ride up here. All right. $191. $216.53. Man, doing this right now is stupid. I'm gonna put this up. This bottle is just killing me. Alright, I'm gonna pause this. Let's see. Or stop it. Alright. 19.74 kilometers. 6:57 a kilometer pace. Yeah. Alright. And it's usually around 750 meters of elevation gain. So that's where it gets you, right there. All right, I'd say I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, my arm's tired. It's like sore. It's probably going to be really sore. Let's see how this looks. You know, see if it satisfies me. Otherwise, I want to try that Insta360 because it seems like I'll be able to hold it with the stick at a reasonable sort of length, and it'll get a much better like view of me running. This is going to be pretty up close and personal. Anyway, might feel faster though. Sometimes those action cams can make it feel like really slow, but anyway, let's see. So now I'll walk back. Actually, sometimes I start another like a walking workout just to have it recorded. I don't ever look at any of this stuff except for right when I finish, and I like to see the pace average, which I already know, and I already know pretty much how far it is. So it's completely silly, but I don't know. I guess it would be cool over time, you know, if it lasted like 20 years or something. Kind of cool to maybe look back on it and be like, oh, I remember that. I remember those hills. Hopefully I'll be running these for a long time. They, you know, I figure I'll just slow down. You know, I could come out here, I could see myself just coming out here, you know, taking 4 hours and just going really, really slowly. Really slowly. Just so slow. So slow. And just almost like in bliss. Which this is. I mean, usually it is more like bliss. This time, man, this time was crazy. What a crazy thing to do. I've ran this trail so many times. So many times. So it's not like, you know, it is nice to do different things. And this is a way of doing it. Not that it's needed, because I love doing this trail. It doesn't get old because I'm sort of in this meditation, which is always different. It's never like, oh, I'm running the same trail. You know, that doesn't cross my mind. You know, it's not. That's not what's in my mind. My mind is gone. It's like, you know, ideas and theories and curiosities and you know, just sort of troubleshooting or fantasizing with creating, or you know, whatever it might be, working on a debate topic. Yeah, just letting it sort of come. Yeah. And sort of, okay, so the thought of like, why? The main thing about recording it, I think it would be cool to like be able to see it. I always had the idea that I could get a drone, but then I think the Insta360 would be actually better, because the drone would be really difficult to do this. I mean, it would take a team. You'd have to have a crew of flyers because it's such a long course. But apparently the extended battery on the Insta360 can last 3 hours. So if it can do that, that would be very cool. I would like to do the entire thing without stopping once. I wonder if I can do that. I wonder if this would last that long. I'm going to stop it, see where it's at. All right. Well, it's at 41%. So total of 39%. It's pretty good. I have it on just 1080p, not 4K, but I have it on 60 frames a second with the action mode turned on and the wide angle, the ultra wide. So let's see. There's all these walking sort of podcasts and YouTubes, and I did see a really cool one. I should look that up again. This bicycle girl in New York. It looked like she had somebody else bicycling and they were the one filming. So she was having some really cool angles. Really cool. And she was just like on her, cycle, flying through the city, just moving, obeying the cycle rules, the bicycle rules, that is, which are a little bit more lenient. Man, there it is, look. That's what I hit. I know that thing's there. I've hit it quite a few times in the past. Lately, I've actually been missing it because I know that it's there. And today I nailed it. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, when I'm getting at the end of the run and my legs are not, I'm not lifting my feet as high every time. All right, so now I'll walk home and wash off outside in the sun. Get the hose pipe. My goodness, it's so good though. The way that we have it set up on the cobblestone, and it's just it's all set up really nice and easy to use. Very handy. And usually, it'll be warm for, the first minute as it goes through the pipes, because it's directly in the sun. So it's nice and warm, a little shower, then put a sarong on, make a little food, rest, drink water. Usually I can replace it suggests something like more than 5 liters usually. So it's like 5.8 liters, which is quite hard to drink. But it's hard for me to stay hydrated. It's so dry here. And with these runs, it's, I'm kind of like in a little deficit. And, I like to drink beer. I like to drink wine. So, yeah. These are the other ones. See, they're more stiff. They don't really like lock onto you like the other ones do. So you can run into these and be fine as long as you don't put pressure on it. Yeah, if you put pressure on that would definitely puncture you, and it would hurt. Those are really long, and they're all over. Those ones don't bother me pretty much at all. The silverbush do a lot. Man, they're just dangerous. The sticker bushes. I think I was going somewhere with that, where I was saying, why am I doing it? And cool to do it, blah, blah, blah. But another part is, it's such a big part of my life. And I feel like it would be an interesting thing for Elsa to be able to do, would be to sort of see what it is like a little bit. She has a multiple second sort of experience of it, where she's seen me running like for a very short time, and it's been on the beach, you know. So it's definitely not the same at all. She's really never seen me running in trails too much. In Thailand we did some, but you know, I'm a lot faster, so I was always going away and, you know, waiting for her in different places. Man, it's amazing. She did great then as well. But running is not really her thing. She did try it though, to give her a lot of credit for that. Running is definitely not something that people like to do a lot. It's hard on the body, that's for sure. And I think more than anything, it's I don't know. I mean, look, you could say something like it's mentally demanding. Look at that. But anyway, we don't need to go into all that. Why, what, when, where. You know, what makes something enjoyable to one person and not to another. But running, I guess, is a little bit different, because running is something we're all born to be able to do, but because of certain things, we've sort of, you know, stopped. Which, you know, that's fine. We've stopped doing a lot of things. Most people don't hunt either. So I guess if they hunted, they might actually, no, well, hunters now, they don't really run, do they? You'd have to be a hunter-gatherer. That's funny. Yeah, I guess we've slowly evolved out of running. You don't need to run anymore. But our anatomy is still sort of set up for that. That being said, our knees are not very resilient to running. But I guess that you could make that up to the fact that we haven't been doing it that long. We don't do that. Oh man, I can't think. We haven't been doing it that much anymore. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet. I can feel my knees, you know, right now. They're a little tired. I went running in these shoes, these like barefoot shoes, like 10 days ago or so, and man, they're like a wide toe box, no support at all, no like sole stiffness or hardness, just totally flexible, soft. And man, I came out here and did this run, same thing, at this pace, faster even, and yeah, it really killed me. And I've been running in like barefoot lately, but you know, and I've been doing it for a long time, and walking barefoot and running in barefoot sandals, and but this was just crazy, man. It's like running at a pace that I'm usually wearing something very stiff to something that has no stiffness. It's like running in a sock. Yeah, it beat me up. I was hurting for some days. I even took a little ibuprofen, which I don't normally do because it's just not necessary. Yeah, I'm not so sure I've even recovered from that completely. It is wild, sort of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of thing. And I've been running like this for so long in some sort of shoe. Even if it was the barefoot sandals, the sole was still very thick and rigid. You know, it didn't, you couldn't feel a rock if you stood on it. You know, you wouldn't feel the rock. On these ones, you feel everything. Yeah, anyway. All right, so I'm done. I'm doing a little stretching, and then I'll just keep walking. Maybe next time I'll do it without talking. I kind of feel like I should do that. No talking at all. Yeah, sort of not normal, isn't it? I mean, these guys that do the videos walking around places and they don't talk, I do like those. I guess there's a place for both. It is 1:10 p.m. Man, that's a... Yeah, it comes off. 11 minutes. It's not too hot, the phone. It's funny, I didn't really notice it. I thought it might get hotter doing this, but it didn't really. Anyway, all right, walking out. I'm curious to see how this footage ended up. Yeah, let's see. Definitely a beautiful day. Let's see if I can put it on 2x. Still very smooth. This the image stabilization on this phone is ridiculously good. Man, if it's this good on 2x, it must be excellent on the wide angle. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a really beautiful valley, this one. Sort of curves over to the left and goes to the birthplace of Portugal, Guimarães, the next village. This is more of what it actually looks like in my eyesight, actually. Like when I'm seeing, this is really more the way I'm seeing it. There's a parking lot here for this little company. That's where I was at the top. There's a company over here that makes some sort of laser printers or something. You can see that village way in the back. There's a whole range of little mountains. You can kind of see it way on the distance on the hillside to the right. There's a church up there, Peña. I can't remember the whole name, but yeah, I can't remember. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. These guys are probably going to lunch. They get off and walk up this hill to the parking lot and then go to lunch, I think, and then come back. This is their little football club. have some matches throughout the year, and they often cook a lunch there as well. It's like €7 to go eat lunch. This whole area has some really nice scenarios going on. Some really nice gardens, simple housing, very like cute and cool put together, and mostly quite old people. Definitely getting older, but a lot of kids. Like, you know, the families sort of live together a lot of the times. Not all the time, but that place down there is that holds events, and you got like a nice little farm going on there. Yeah, I was all up in those woods on that side, over there on the other side. This is a really steep hill right here. Really steep. These shoes are gonna run again. I really like them. They feel so good. I bet a new pair would be like, they would feel very, 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 very cushiony and tighter. You know, these have expanded a lot, so my feet feel really able to spread out. When you first get them for a while, they're much more tight. All right, I'm gonna put it up for now. All right, back on the hill from whence I started. Going home. We are down there, let's see, in this one here. I usually go down this backwards. Give my little tibulas a break. They've been working on this place for a while. It's pretty big. It looks like they're adding to it. Good. All right. Okay, you can see Santa Tecla there in the background, and there's our little humble abode right there, the bottom one. Very sweet and cute and cozy and homey. Hola. My very, very shy sweetheart. I love it. There's my little outdoor bath. It's gonna happen. Oh. Little garden. They grow some really good onions and salad and a lot of things, a lot of herbs, carrots. What's up? All right, that's it. I guess I'm home. Home sweet home. Look at that. That's the one I was saying. Oh yeah, look at that. They're growing some nice peppers. Very good. All right. Beautiful. A nice little compost. So. Hi. Todo bien?
Huh?
Todo bien?
Yeah.
Has it been silent?
It's been.
Not anymore.
It's been really nice silence.
All right, that's it. All right, I'm done. That was fun.
Ooh.